Previously on Don't Fight.
Next time on Don't Fight.
Ouch! We're gonna have Viper over again.
Viper's gonna be here. Surprise!
Alright, we're back, guys. So what are we doing? A door opened, and Viper, you're still here.
A door
leeching.
opened somewhere.
You're still leeching off of our show.
Such adequate, directions to be given right now.
So, alright, can we talk a bit about, like, what goes on behind the scenes? I feel like some people would be interested about this.
It depends on what behind the scenes you're discussing.
I'm talking about, like, top 10s.
Yeah, how behind the scenes are we going?
How does top 10s work? Can we talk a bit about that?
Alright, yes. I love how the top 10s work. Because the top 10s are really the only series we do right now where we're all involved in some capacity.
Right, we all work on the top 10s. The way it works, mostly, is that we come up with topics. And a lot of them are suggested by fans. Some of them, like, we've already thought of before. So we have a whole list of them. And, like, every week in the rotation, LJ will be like, okay, everybody needs to do a top 10. And we'll all call dibs on a certain topic. And then we have to write out, like, the list, and then we submit it. And then everybody argues about the list, and man, we argue.
Sometimes we get into quite the heated discussions. And it's funny, too, because I'd love to emphasize something. Whenever we have an argument about a serious topic, like something in the news that's going on, something political or whatnot, we are perfectly fine. There's no straw man arguments. There's no one attacking anyone else. We're incredibly respectful to everyone else, and that's fine. However, when it comes to Bionicle, oh my gosh, it's like jumping into a vat of hungry hyenas.
Listen,
outrage!
We don't
outrage!
Whenever we talk about, like, serious topics, serious political issues, serious social issues, we're always very reasonable. We're always very, you would be surprised at how many great, reasonable, fantastic discussions we have about politics.
Exactly. That you're never gonna hear.
If it's a stupid thing, we will scream at each other. We'll get so heated. Me and Var argued for about 2 hours, like, last night about if Ruby was anime or not.
Oh my gosh, okay, that was funny.
Screaming at each other.
That was super stinking funny, because the two of them are going at it, and there was this one moment where they were debating whether or not Ruby constituted as an anime, and Var was saying, no, it doesn't, and the anime is just things from Japan.
Yeah.
And then Kahi was saying, well, no, location doesn't matter, anime is a style. So the two of them are going back and forth. And Var made the argument, well, go look at Crunchyroll and see if it's there.
No, he said, name me one non-Japanese show on Crunchyroll right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that was it.
I was like, Ruby, and he was like, oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, because it was on Crunchyroll. And it was like, Var had a really hard time recovering from that. It was so horrible.
We both talked about it later. We were like, man. At the end, we were both grasping at straws at the end there.
Yeah.
It was so hilarious.
I was trying real hard to come back from Crunchyroll. That was a pretty end in the feud. But
I woke up that day, I went onto Skype and was like, what's going on here? And then we're like, oh, we're somewhere else right now. We're on Google Hangout, on a private call. So I went there, and
yeah, I was telling you, Viper.
Just a massive argument. I was like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm just gonna.
It's like I was telling you, Viper, you gotta join. You got to join.
It was pretty funny. I think also there was me and you, LJ, we had a huge argument too about if Monog or Monog 2 showed more 3D depth.
See, that's one of the arguments we had in regards to top 10s. We've had several arguments. The top two arguments that we have had regarding the top 10s have been that one regarding Monog and Monog 2 for the top 10 games, and then another one for the top 10 Dark Hunters, because Viper had originally put on the list wasn't it Zactan?
No, it was the Paraka actually, but yeah.
Okay, it was the entire Paraka group. And I sat there and I'm going, you've got to be kidding me. You're putting 6 people in the place of 1.
I think it's perfectly fine.
See, my argument was...
You're a hater, Eljay.
Oh, well, no,
Fudge.
We also had an argument about if the Paraka deserved to be on the top 10 villains list or the Baraki.
Oh, no, that's right.
Yes.
It was, I wanted them on the honorable mentions, which I won it, and Eljay was like, they shouldn't be on there at all. And I'm like...
No, that's still Dark Hunters.
Okay.
That's still definitely Dark Hunters.
We've had the Paraka argument multiple times on multiple different videos.
Yeah, we've had Baraki versus Paraka, we've had Zactan versus Avac, we've had...
Well, the Zactan versus
Paraka.
Zactan versus Avac was directly because of the discussion we had regarding the Paraka on the top 10 list.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because here's the thing. So Viper originally put all 6 Paraka on the top 10 list. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is top 10, top 16 now? Or it'd be a top 15. I digress. I was like, no. We gotta narrow it down to 1. Well, everyone, of course, said Zactan. Because, oh, it's Zactan. He's best Paraka. I'm thinking, well,
we gave
is he?
reasons. Come on.
I know, but long and short of it, I was like, no. If you're gonna put any of the Paraka there at all, you put Avac. Because he's the strongest. And because of that, we had a huge
you know what?
argument.
I actually agreed with you. I was
That's
like,
the thing, too.
People...
You agreed with me.
I agreed with you because it's like Avac was known to like make these inventions, and he got training from, you know, he went to the training course of the Brotherhood of Recruiter, and he got a PhD in inventions.
Yeah, he went to...
He got a bachelor's in invention.
Yeah, he got a bachelor's degree at the Brotherhood of Recruiter College.
Rising the crap out of civilians, and then...
Yep. And he rode his dustless cycle, whatever it's called, around the town like he owned
the
it.
Destral cycle.
Right,
And then it got stolen.
Thesis on mind controlling Matorn, and also posing as Toa. Man, Avac has an illustrious educational career as a Paraka. Anyhow,
And yet, but yeah, it's like, oh wait, what? No.
Zactan is pretty cool though.
I mean, because here's the
just
thing.
really sneaky, and you know, like.
That being said,
Avac will at least confront you usually about like him being like, I don't agree with you. Zactan will just be like, oh, you know, you're whatever. You turn around, I hate you.
I hate you.
Hate you.
You were the
It's like I'm sitting there, and we're arguing about this.
Is it funnier when you repeat it, Viper? You were
the chosen one. I hate you.
Sorry, go on.
It's like from the offset, it seemed like everyone was arguing for Zactan because, well, Viper put on the list, Viper likes Zactan or something to that effect. But it became obvious that was very much so not the case, because then everyone was saying, no, still make it Zactan, despite the fact that Viper and I both definitely agreed it should have been Avac. So then, because we could not come to a conclusion, which is actually rather common, we ended up deciding to give them an honorable mention on that list, and just not put them in the list at all. To where I still get backlash for that entire thing, because apparently all the other Dark Hunters suck.
I mean, like, they kind of all do, except for Shadow and Mimic.
Well, there
Mimic is, like, the greatest...
Well, Darkness is pretty cool, and Lariska, and Ancient. Like, there's, like, 3 or 4 main really cool
Were you trying to, like...
And then it's just,
were you
like...
hoping that box would just go through you?
Yeah, well, I knew it wouldn't, but I need it to come through this doorway, and it's really ticking me off.
See, I told you, like, someone told me, like, after the top 10, he's like, where's Nadiki? And I'm like, I forgot Nadiki!
Nadiki's not that great, though.
Forgetting.
He's not that great. He's just like, he's a spider dude. That's it. That's all he's got.
The story, the feels. You gotta feel bad for that guy. Come on.
I do kind of feel bad about him. I feel like...
To my day.
Listen, I honestly feel like they did the story disservice by focusing on the Toa Metru instead of the Toa Mangai. Because the Toa Mangai is one of the best Toa teams, in my opinion. in terms of
It's
story.
basically they were around when all the cool stuff happened.
Yeah, they literally they came by, freaking built Metru Nui, not
Defeated
built Metru Nui,
Konohi
but, like,
Dragon.
they were the one, they defeated the Konohi Dragon. They all came from all over the place, united to fight the Konohi Dragon. So they're all like established warriors in their own mind. They formed this Toa team later on. All of them kind of like start falling, like all of them start like going their own separate way. And so, did they all die? Do you know actually, LJ?
Yes.
They all,
All
like,
of them.
did.
All of them except for stinking Tuyet, and I have a big issue
Yeah,
with
'cause I
that.
thought
Yeah, but I mean, like,
one
so
survived.
before, like, when the whole thing with the Nui Stone happens, are all the other Toa main guy dead?
Let me see. Yes, they were.
See,
it
so
was
that's-
it was only Leekon, Nadiki, and Tuyet.
Though that's such a great story because you have three main characters, two of which eventually turn evil, and you know that.
Yep.
One of which who stays, but he like ultimately dies in the and like that's such a great story to work off of, and they never really capitalize on it.
Such
But
a
the Toa,
heartbreaking story.
it is like, imagine like did one Toa team,
Holy
everybody
cow.
dies, in protection, you know, in service to their country, except for like Leekon and his two best friends, Nidiki and Tuyet, who both turn completely evil. And like there's that point too where like Nidiki and Leekon like both side with each other to stop Tuyet. But then like eventually Nidiki, like he's like most Toa, he's like the jokey kind of, and he eventually turns evil. Man, and they never. That's such a disappointment too to see Nidiki versus Leekon kind of not be just kind of campy. And
There was not a great payoff
there
to
was
that.
not.
Because in the movie, they were kind of just like, hello, brother. We have much
Hello,
backstory
Yeah.
that you don't quite comprehend yet because you did not read the external materials. And then it was Nadiki getting sucked up by Makuta, who... Was he on the top 10 villains list, Viper?
Nidiki?
I didn't do.
He
top
was!
10.
He was. Okay,
Villains.
you're right. Kahi did the top 10 villains list.
I did.
And Kahi, the way you did it, I liked how you did it.
Yeah.
Because you did not make Makuta Pterodax number 1.
Mhm.
Spoiler alert.
Wow, that's great. I'm happy with that. I've forgotten like most of the top 10s, honestly. But
Yeah, I mean, like, we've gone
No.
through so many of them. Sometimes it's harder to keep
Yeah,
track.
we've
But-
done
See,
tons of
because I'm the primary editor of the top 10s, I remember all this stuff.
right.
So,
So yeah, the top 10 villains I put the Great Beings. That was a good discussion. to, like,
yeah,
the comments.
I actually kind of agree with you
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, the Great Beings are definitely the greatest villains.
Definitely most scary villains, like, you know, the
Right.
equivalent to like aliens in the Bionicle universe.
essentially.
Except like kind of like Reapers, like from Mass Effect.
Right.
If that's like, I don't really want to go into too much detail about Mass Effect, but
Yeah.
you know, the Reapers are like a godlike species that kill other species
Well, I would say
because they want to.
who's the child from, the Star Child, whatever race he's from, those are the greatest villains. And the people that created the Reapers.
The
I'll tell you
Leviathan, right?
exactly who the Star Child's from. BioWare, and they are the greatest villains
Yeah,
of the Mass
BioWare-
Effect
yeah,
series.
The BioWare, like, and you want to talk villains? BioWare killed a trilogy. One of the
Oh.
the most.
Yeah, he's around-
Guys,
Oh,
guys,
wait.
look, cutscene.
Are
Oh,
you-
you're feeling Nakama.
Is it
It's
called-
Kazan.
I'm okay for now, widower. But we need to hurry on. Must be an underground myth lake nearby.
Are you? Did you to voice Elena?
Huh?
I
We
went-
never got
wonder
this
why
far.
Rahi are acting. Oh.
I've touched
I'm
a bone,
surprised
some of
that
them not tell,
They're all terrified.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use this pause button. We're gonna read this.
Alright.
There we go. Okay.
You
Pause.
Okay.
Oh
Alright,
no.
okay.
Oh no.
Well,
Wait.
Let's split up. Let's split
Okay.
up to Toa. Okay, we're gonna split up to Toa.
I'm Mato and Okama.
Nokama. Okay, Viper. Who do you want?
I guess I'll be Bakama.
Wakama and who else? There's three.
I don't know.
3 of us, 6 Toa. We gotta pick 2.
Okay, I'll be Wanua.
Okay, and I'll be Nuju. Awesome. I like Nuju. Nuju
yeah.
Anima. Okay, go.
There's a hole up ahead. It looks like the only way down. We'll have to jump.
No problem. After me.
I'll push you.
Hey, that. Wow.
Wow.
Somebody had to animate those feet. Somebody
You
had to sprite
Man,
those feet.
someone gets into work today. He's like, all right, what am I working on? And he goes, all right, we need feet. And he's like, all right, what kind of feet? Just like normal boots? No. We need specific Bionicle feet. It's like, all right, well, I can do that.
Oh,
He's like,
my
well,
goodness.
we need to do several sprites because they're going to be bigger as they come towards the screen. He's like,
Nah.
you know, he's like the guy, like,
These are the same people who made Vinog. They're like,
oh, yeah.
I see a montage of this kid, like, being teased in school, you know, for being kind of like arts, and then like, you know, going through college and like working long hours, getting through art school, and like going to McDonald's and working for 9 to 5 jobs you can pay off the degree. And then finally he's like, I've made it. I've finally done it. I've graduated. I'm gonna go do great things in the art world. And then it cuts to him like spriting.
Yeah.
Elementary.
But by the way, Kai, how are we running on time?
We are. I was just gonna say next time on Game Grumps.
next time
This is a
game.
You know what? Next time on Don't Fight, Viper's still gonna be here.
Yay!
What? You just wow, Viper. You keep.
What a leech!
Man, you guys are still here. It's pretty crazy.
I'm like a spine slug.
All right.
Alright, and fight.